We are in one of those weird phases in the market again. AI is booming like crazy, stocks are flying, everyone's bullish again. But at the same time, you have got people saying, look at this, it seemed like 2021 all over again. And honestly, they are not completely wrong. Because when you start seeing parabolic moves like Nvidia or AMD going vertical, that's when I start to think about it. And some things, like for me, it's going to be like something's heating up too fast. So in this video, I'm going to break down 5 trends that are shaping the market right now. What's actually worth riding also, and what's just hype, and how I am positioning for the next rotation. It's literally how I see the market right now, just talking to you like a friend. So before you watch this video till the end, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please click on the subscribe button and like this video. Number 1, the AI boom. The AI boom and bubble fear. So let's start with the obvious. AI has been the rocket fuel of this entire market. Nvidia, AMD, even random small cap AI stock are moving like crazy. Every time we see this kind of a vertical growth, history tells us the same thing. What goes straight up eventually breeds. And don't get me wrong here, AI is not going anywhere basically. This is like the internet in 2000. Long-term, massive potential. But what about the short term here? Way too much optimism. How do I know that? Look at the sentiment. Everyone's tweeting about AI. If you go on X, you will see everyone's talking about this. So you have got influencer talking about AI will 100x your life. Every YouTube title screaming AI stocks you must buy now. That's when I step back actually. What I do is simple. I ride it while the trend is strong, but I trail my stops tighter. I take profit more faster because this is the kind of euphoria that turns portfolios into ashes when the correction hits. So what about the second one, like quantum stocks? Quantum stocks getting more real. Something that's quietly building under the radar. Quantum computing is like that. Yeah, like maybe I know it sounds more like sci-fi, but quantum tech is actually getting attention from big institutions right now. If you go search it by yourself, you will see the same thing. Companies that were just lab experiments 2 years ago and now getting government funding, signing research partnerships, and it's real. But here is how I'm going to play it. Small positions only because I'm not going to take long. This is like early edge stage AI in 2016. High risks, but if you are right, you are really right here then. The key here is to not stick with these plays. Track progress, and if the company misses milestones, I'm going to be out literally with no emotions. And remember here, stories are fun, but numbers gonna pay our bills, right? So yeah, so that's how we're gonna follow it. And what about the third one? If I talk about dollar weakness and global rotation here, let's talk about the dollar first, because this one's sneaky. When the dollar weakens, something interesting happens. Companies that make money overseas suddenly start reporting better numbers. Why it's going to be like that? Because when the foreign revenue converts back to a weaker dollar, it's like a growth. So that's why export heavy companies and multinationals start outperforming when the dollar is going to dip. You can literally see it, and if I'm going to pull up the chart here, you will see. Let me just pull up the chart to you. You see, like for example, if you see when the dollar dips here, right here, you don't know, you might be thinking like, I need to take position here. Right here, you might take position because you've been seeing the trends, or maybe you've been seeing the influencer who's been talking about the booming, about the other stocks, but you're not focusing on like, It might be a big dip for you. Literally, you see here on the chart, it's a big dip and you're going to buy it here. What you're going to do, you're going to lose. And if it's a long-term position, then it's really bad for you because it's going to break your trust on dollar, right? So you need to wait. You need to analyze that first, and you're going to go on other stock as well. That's how you're going to follow it. So this S&P 500 shows that when DXY falls, risk assets breathe. So how do I use that? Simple and easy. I lean into global names. So when I lean back, Apple, Caterpillar, Coca-Cola companies with international exposure. And it's not just like really good, but it's really smart. You follow the flow of capital, not the noise. And now I explain to you about this, like DXY here. What about rotation into real assets, like safe hedges? If we talk about safety money, gold, real estate, infrastructure, that kind of stuff, whenever the market gets shaky or inflation talk kicks up again, big money start quietly rotating into real assets here. It's like a safety valve. They don't sell everything, they just rebalance. And I get it here because if rates stay high, cash isn't dead anymore. So investor hedge a bit. What I do personally, I keep maybe 10 to 15% in those plays, not more than 15%. Gold ETFs, REITs, and infrastructure funds, not because I'm bearish, but because it keeps me calm when volatility is going to hit. And if you have traded long enough, you know what is peace of mind, and peace of mind is alpha. So let's get to the number 5, crypto and altcoin. Every time Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, that's your first clue that the next move is coming. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's altcoin. We are already seeing a lot of signs at Ethereum gaining strength. So smaller alts break out quietly. And that's how altcoin season starts. Slow rotation, then boom. If we become like more real here, alt season doesn't mean everything's pump. 80% of coin still dies, but the top 20%, they go 3x, 5x, or even 10x. But my play is going to be here is like I rotate small, still like 10 to 15% max. And I never chase green candles because in crypto, green doesn't make you rich. The more you will be patient, you will have patience, the more you will be winning. So if I zoom out, what do all these trends mean together? They tell me we are entering a rotation phase. AI is still strong, but money is getting cautious. Quantum and altcoin are building up momentum. The dollars, let's say, weakening, and safe assets are quietly getting rid. In other words, if I speak about this, the market is shifting gears. So my strategy, stay flexible. Take profit where you have got them. Keep your watch list ready every time, and don't get too emotional or attached to any single trend, because in this kind of environment, adoption is the new edge.